As a youngin', do it all for the G. I'm holding conversations, tapping the mental. We tryna build like a king. Sit down with G Connect, gotta think. While spitting the game with B's, I gotta shout out today. As a youngin', do it all for the G. I'm holding conversations, tapping the mental. We tryna build like a
Big Y, I know. Out of all these stories, you got some stories, but this shit hitting you probably the most because you've known him the longest out of anybody in here.
Yeah, it's like we can all speak about it from the Damu card and us being all B-dogs, but like for me, that's Jermaine Carter. You understand what I'm saying? It's like for me, you know, it wouldn't be no, you niggas wouldn't even know me as a rapper if it wasn't for that nigga. And I mean that in the literal sense. As 1985, following around them niggas to the Hawthorne Mall when Kurupt first came out here from Philadelphia and going to battles and watching them niggas slice niggas up. When he wasn't Redrum. You understand what I'm saying? He was LSD. You know what I mean? And this is when I'm all of 13, 12 years old, you know? And just watching how dope them niggas was. And, you know, it was like him and Kurupt and Marcel Williams, which is mental that you hear Tupac talk about. That's the nigga that actually taught me how to rap. But learning cadence and how to put words together and shit, that was all me watching them niggas, including especially Redrum. You know what I'm saying? And just being his friend, you know what I mean? You know, growing up and just fast forward to a lot of stuff through a lot of different times. He the one gave me the call to be on Bangin on Wax. And that's the door that opened up for me to rap professionally and to become whatever I became. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, seeing him now and his passing, all of that shit just hits you like a wave. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff that you forgot and just all the days you take for granted when you dealing with people, period. You know what I'm saying? Because you used to them being around, you expect them to be around, and you think you always got time to say certain things, and it kind of get taken for granted. You know what I mean? And through the Bangin on Wax process, if you notice, even during the interviews and all of that stuff and the show, you know, the first Bangin on Wax, you didn't see Ron really. You saw me and Stretch and the rest of them a couple. That's because Ron, as soon as he got a hold to the bullshit, you know, they went to start suing him. You know what I mean? You know, and he was serious about his craft. You know what I'm saying? And just over time, you know, we're doing different things. And for a long time, you know, it was a few years where me and Rob didn't speak. And it was just a misunderstanding of my small success versus whatever he was doing, and the misunderstanding and him understanding the business. You know what I mean? And it's like what he thought I had and thought I was doing, it wasn't like that. And it was just a long misunderstanding and two niggas with pride not willing to speak and just, you know what I mean? And I finally took it upon myself to like, look, bro. Well, actually, James, Lil Leak told me, like, man, y'all need to talk. And it's like, I finally called him and like, listen, man, enough is enough. And once I explained to him everything, he just apologized, man, and it was so humble about everything for being a misunderstanding. I'm like, fuck all that, nigga. We back on track, like, nigga, like we supposed to be. Forget all of that. You know what I mean? And ever since that day, man, we just spent time talking every day, working on stuff, trying to get music together and just different things, you know what I mean? And, you know, I owe that nigga everything, man. And I tried to give him, you know, I made sure I tried to give him his flowers every chance I got. You know what I mean? And that's why, if you notice, I always acknowledged, you know what I mean? Even when we left the Bangin on Wax label, we went to Death Row. The first song I put out was East Side, West Side. I made sure Ron was on that. You know what I'm saying? When we got our first Young Soldier deal, I made sure Ron was on that. You know what I'm saying? And then fast forward to today, when we just finished the evolution of Bangin on Wax, Redrum is a producer and a co-executive producer of that. And he didn't have to do anything. I made sure he got a nice check, and just out of love for my friend, you know what I'm saying? And we done some stuff, some shit that's, we got a song that I hate that we didn't do the video for it. It's me, him, Wacko, and CeeLo Green. It's one of the dopest songs I ever did, man. And, you know, we did a lot of stuff, man, with the 1993 record that we did. That was our last video. You know what I mean? His passion for hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, you know, because we could talk about the blood red rum all, everybody knows that aspect. But what I want people to understand is the reason what led him to that is his passion for hip hop and rapping, and then to turn around and hear the True Blue tape. And it pissed him off so bad that he wanted to start going at rips on the rap level, because he felt like it was not one rapper out there that was a Crip that can fuck with him. So that's why him and Tweety Bird came up with the idea to do Bangin on Wax. And when he went and enlisted, the reason why the red, that people consider the red side, the first one, so hard is because Rum went and enlisted real MCs. He went and enlisted dudes that was like myself, that was passionate about rhyming, you know what I mean? And we brought our crew in, niggas that we know that was passionate about it, you know what I mean? And as time went on, through his passion for hip hop, when that nigga became a Pyru, see, we all jumped off the porch together, so I could explain it like this. When that nigga became a Pyru, he took that shit in passionately and wholly, like he did hip hop. That's why when I listen to y'all say he was serious about the politics, you know what I mean, and different things, bro, with Red Rum, nobody is bigger than the rules. We got a rule book, we gonna follow it. This is what we supposed to be doing. This is not what we supposed to be doing, and this shit shouldn't be allowed. So when a lot of things start going on and different, you know what I mean, he was so passionate about the different things. Sometimes I told him he was more passionate about the wrong shit. And that's the reason why he didn't achieve success financially as an MC, business-wise, as he wanted to. And we had these conversations. And those are the things that he wished he would have done, and that he kind of looked at me to, you know what I'm saying, to help him with. So as we went on, I had to make sure we had that. And I'm glad we had those conversations and got the understanding to understand all of that. And, you know, it was day to day with us, man, every day, man, until, you know, he finally let me know he was sick. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, once he let me know he was sick, it was just like a blow to the chest, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I listen to people say, well, these is Bloods and these is Pyrus. We don't live like that, bro. We all one. It wasn't no difference back when we jumped off the porch. It ain't no such thing. I banged both of them. This one beat go up, this same beat go the way it go down. And you know what I'm saying? That's how he lived. And that's why he reached and is loved and has so much, love around the globe and around the world, bro. You know what I'm saying? That dude had relationships with people you wouldn't even think of. Every time I looked up, he was on the plane going somewhere. Whether it was rapping, speaking, you know what I'm saying? I called that nigga Pyruta King. Pyruta Luther King. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, and that nigga, you know what I'm saying? That nigga texted me. I got a text in my phone. That nigga said, well, I can't help it. I'm a revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
that sounds like, bro.
That's wrong. You know how he play a lot and say shit, you know? And that's what we did, man. You know what I mean? And, you know, I think I done cried all the water out my face, man. I ain't too ashamed to cry for my missing my homeboy. That's my friend. I sat on that nigga floor and knocked over all that nigga comic books in his room before. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's my homeboy. And to this day, he lives literally around the corner from me. Like, I could go through one backyard, through the alley to his house. You know what I'm saying? So for his passing, man, is something that's devastating to me. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's even more devastating for his mother and his little brother, Lil Lee. You know what I mean? And, you know, I'm a miss dude, man, you know, and I just want to tell the homies, you know, and everybody, you know, let's look at all the right things he did. Let's look at all the love that he had for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's like you talking about a dude that was a super lyrical MC that was trying to make a name for himself, and then he turned around and picked up a camera and started filming everybody. You know what I'm saying? And would make sure you had the footage. I don't care if it was a hood day, a funeral, or anything. That's just his love for people. Just take that love, man. You know what I mean? And then also, too, we can't take our health for granted, man. You know what I mean? Make sure you go out, check yourself out. We got more years behind us than in front of us. You know what I mean? Don't be too gangster to take care of your business and be a man, because before we was bloods, we was men, homie. And, you know, take care of your business and get your life right, get your health right, man, because you don't know when something may hit you and knock you down. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and have you going to get, you know what I mean, trying to stay afloat. You know what I mean? And, you know, I know y'all looking at me sitting here and probably looking at my background, and I'm in the hospital myself right now. You know what I'm saying? And I got this news while I was in here. So I'm fighting. I'm making sure I get myself together so I could be around here. You know what I mean? And just, you know, think about all the good stuff that Ron did, and, you know, his music. The good thing about it is his legacy is his music. And if you got a verse from Redrum, you blessed to have something that's gonna live on. And I hate to say it, I know his music is gonna get streamed and heard, and more people want to hear more that he's gone. You know what I'm saying? It's a shame that it's like that. You know what I mean? But hey, man, that's just the world we live in, man. And as homies, you know, whenever you get a chance, man, to play Pyru Love, you know what I'm saying, or, you know, a song that you did with him, you know what I mean, just roll one up and smoke and keep the homie memory alive, man, you know. And Bill, you know, Blast, I want to thank you for letting me come on here, man, because I needed to get this shit off my chest with somebody somewhere, man, you know. And I just wish my homeboy rest in peace, man. Long live Redrum 781, man. Light skinned dominator.
With D and G2Bs, a generation conversation. You ain't got the patience.